Hi friends, Evolving Guys here. Welcome back to the channel. This is the channel where we document our collection journey in hopes that it helps yours. So today is our Master Set Monday series, and we are in the process of seeking a master set in Twilight Masquerade. This is part 4 of that series, and it's the final part of the first section, right? So as a reminder, what we did this time is we bought a sealed case of 144 sleeved booster packs, which you can see here on the screen. Remember, with Temporal Forces, the previous set, we bought a sealed booster box case. So that was 6 booster boxes. And we sort of figured out that the last 2 booster boxes of that case, we were pulling a lot of duplicates. And so this time we thought maybe we will try something different. So we are opening 144 of these sleeved boosters. 144 is the equivalent of 4 booster boxes. Booster boxes come they're sealed packs of or sealed boxes of 36 packs. And so in this case, we're doing the equivalent of 4 booster boxes worth of individually sleeved booster packs like this. And the price worked out to be about the same per pack. So 144 booster packs, we got these from Rare Candy for a little under $400. It works out to $2.74 per pack. And that was exactly to the penny, the exact same pack price for the booster box case that we bought for Temporal Forces. And so we're not spending more per pack or less per pack. It's just fewer packs. And so it's really interesting. We're comparing as we go. How are the pull rates on these sleeved boosters compared to the booster boxes from Temporal Forces? And so I'll get into that in a few minutes here. But just for point of comparison, again, to build a master set from scratch, just buying singles, when the set first released, it was hovering a little over $1,000. And then about a week ago, I checked again, and it had dropped about $100. And so, we always know that prices do take a few weeks to stabilize and maybe settle a little bit. And so I haven't checked. It's about a week after the 14th, so I haven't checked again to see if it's gotten any lower than $930. But just for comparison, we spent about $400 on this set of sleeve boosters, and so that $400, of course, would not get us even half of the way there of buying a master set. In part because I think this is a little bit larger set, and also there are several chase cards in this set that are a little bit more expensive. For comparison, I think Temporal Forces was maybe in the $700 range for a full master set of singles once prices kind of settled in. So anyway, just for comparison about, just trying to do the best we can with our collection dollars and how can we stretch those, and is it more efficient? Which way is the most efficient way to build a master set? That's part of what this experiment on Master Set Mondays is about. We're trying different approaches for each of the sets, and we can maybe make a determination over time about which is the most efficient way. And I'm curious, how do you build master sets if you do seek master sets at all? So we're reporting today on the last set of 36 packs. We've been opening these 144 sleeve booster packs 36 at a time so we can compare against booster boxes, because booster boxes contain 36 packs. And so this is the last set. We've opened 3 sets of 36 up to this point, and today we're reporting on what are the rest of our sleeve boosters. So we've now, after today, we will have opened all of our sleeve booster packs. So this final 36 packs, we got 15 hits, which again is really solid. I think with Temporal Forces, we expected between 13 and 16 hits. 60 was definitely on the high side. 15, 16 was on the high side. 13 was kind of, I think, average. And so we, going into opening 36 packs, I think it's reasonable to expect 13 hits. So anything more than that is kind of bonus. So we got 15 in this case. And specifically, if you break it down by rarity, we pulled 6 double rares, and you'll see in a second that's super consistent as far as double rare pull rates. We did pull 2 A-specs in this set of 36 packs. We pulled 3 illustration rares, we pulled 2 ultra rares, and then we did pull 1 special illustration rare and 1 hyper rare in this set of 36 packs. And so we'll look in a second at kind of our overall hit rates by rarity in a minute for these 144 packs overall. But definitely it's exciting. I mean, special illustration rares are hard to pull, and hyper rares are even harder to pull, even though they're not quite as valuable of a card. They're both are, so the fact that we got 1 of each is really a win for this set of 36 packs. So as far as there's my dog sneezing in the background. Sorry, live TV, right? So as far as what we pulled, It's kind of a good news, bad news situation with this set of 36 packs. I mean, the 15 hits is really strong. And actually, a lot of those hits were not duplicates. And so it really got us much closer on our master sets challenge. I mean, we just got a lot of cards that we needed for the master set. I think the bad news side is that we didn't really pull anything that was super valuable, which on one hand doesn't matter because we're building a master set and we need all the cards. But of course, all things equal, you'd rather pull, the Greninja EX that's worth $170, then if you're going to pull a special illustration rare, you want to pull that card or the Carmine or the Perrin card instead of what we pulled, which was the Ogerpon. I can't even, the print is so small, whatever the red one is, the fire type Ogerpon. We pulled that card, which is around $20. So it's the 12th most valuable card in the set. So, not nothing, but it definitely, we could have done better as far as that goes. And with the hyper rare, none of the hyper rares are super valuable except for the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Unfortunately, we didn't pull the Buddy Buddy. We pulled the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, which is, I think, maybe the second or third most valuable. But again, you can see it's only $12. And then from there, the Chansey was the next most valuable card, just $10. I mean, that's a very cool card. I think it's a chase card for a lot of people just because it's, at least among the illustration rares, just because it's so cool. It's got a lot of fan favorites with Psyduck and Snorlax and Chansey, but and Ditto hiding there in the corner, but it's not necessarily a valuable card. And we did pull, I think Unfair Stamp is the most valuable A-Spec right now in the set at $8. But again, there's no A-Spec in this set that's like super valuable. So that also, we needed it. So I'm glad we pulled it, all things equal. But again, we didn't necessarily get a lot of value dollar wise, but we did get closer to our master set. So on that note, as far as where we're at in the master set challenge, so we've opened now to this point 144 sleeve booster packs. So 144 packs, where are we? And I hope this is helpful. I mean, for you all, as you're ripping packs and thinking about how many packs you're going to open in a set, I'm really curious, like how many, what's your approach? Do you just kind of not think about it and kind of buy stuff as you feel like it and open things? Or do you have a strategy about what's this kind of sweet spot number of booster packs to open before you start buying singles, or you do kind of do both at once? So right now for our purposes, we will eventually buy singles. We're trying to hold off on that because again, this is kind of more of an experiment. So right now we're just opening packs. And at this point, again, we've opened the 144 sleeve boosters that we've initially purchased. And this is where we stand. So this maybe gives you some idea of like after 144 packs, this is at least one example of how close you might be to a master set, and especially breaking it down by rarity, which is important. So, of course, no surprise, we have all the commons, all the uncommons, and all the regular rares. We've had those for a little bit now. And anything that we pull that's duplicate, at least even in those categories, will resell. Again, those have less value, but especially in the trading card game, sometimes you can have cards that are commons, uncommons, and regulars, especially, of course, trainer cards that you can resell. The double rares, it's a little bit quirky. We've pulled a lot of them. We've pulled 24 total in our 144 packs. And there's 14 unique ones, but we've only actually gotten 12 of the 14. We've put a lot of duplicates. And so we're still missing 2 of these cards, including the Teal Mask Ogerpon, which is about a $10. It's the most expensive double rare in the set now, as Dragapult's price has dropped. So we're still actually missing that card, and we're missing one other one. So that's a little bit just quirky that we haven't pulled all the double rares. I'm sure we will at some point, but especially the Teal Mask one, that's a $10 card. So it'd be great to pull it rather than have to buy it. But we're still missing 2 double rares, so not quite complete there. And then on the more valuable or the rarer cards, you can kind of see how we're doing. Actually, I think pretty strong. We're about halfway there with illustrations rare, with illustration rares, a little over halfway with ultra rares. We have pulled the 2 special illustration rares, the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX and the Ogerpon EX. So we're 2 out of 11 there. We have pulled 2 hyper rares, which again is probably actually more than we would have expected going in. So that's nice. We're a third of the way there. We're still missing 1 A-Spec card. We've pulled 5 of 6. And the reverse hollows, as you'll see more in a second, that's where we're actually lagging a bit compared to Temporal Forces. We're still only 78% of the way there after 144 sleeve boosters. We're still missing, over 30 reverse hollows. We've pulled a lot of doubles of the reverse hollows. And of course, it's not a huge deal because these aren't that expensive to pick up on the secondary market. They probably vary between a nickel and 20 to 25 cents each, except for maybe a handful of exceptions. So they won't be too expensive to fill out our master set, but I would have been a little bit surprised. So I wanted to show you, if it's useful as you think about your collection journey, just what our pull rates were across the different sets of packs. So again, we opened the packs 36 at a time. That's a little bit random. I mean, these aren't sealed cases. The booster box is a sealed entity, right? So it's got these 36 packs. And often I think collectors, we think in terms of like, what do you get out of a booster box? These are loose packs in a sense. So, if we had pulled the loose packs out of the box in a different order, these might have been a little different, but this is an imperfect science. So I just wanted to show you, you can see the first 36 packs, the second, the third, and the fourth, and what we pulled by rarity. You can see that double rares were super consistent. We were pulling 6 double rares for every 36 packs, like every single time. A-spec cards we did actually have one set of 36 packs where we didn't pull any, but 2 was the most common. And you see we're pulling between 0 and 2. I think you could expect at least one for every like 30 packs or so. And I'll show you pull rate data in just one second. Illustration rares, you can see, very consistently 3, except for the one set that only had 2. Ultra rares, a little more variation, but still within a range, right? Between 2 and 5. So as few as 2, as many as 5 ultra rares that we had. And again, special illustration rares, we pulled 2 across the 144 packs. So we were, you're sort of in a 36 pack sample, you're about 50-50 about whether you're going to pull a special illustration rare. And all this seems to like line up with what other folks are showing on YouTube, like Danny Phantom, who does, they open thousands of packs and calculate pull rate data, but this seems really consistent. And hyper rares, similarly, again, I might be surprised that we pulled 2 hyper rares across the 144 packs. We had 2 sets of 36 packs with no hyper rares, but then we've pulled 2 in the last 2 openings. And so you get some sense of what pull rates are here in this table. So you can see across our 144 packs that we've opened so far, we've pulled 24 double rares, which works out to 1 in 6 packs. We've pulled 5 A-spec cards, which works out to about 1 in 29 packs. We've pulled 11 illustration rares, which works out to 1 in 13 packs. We've pulled 14 ultra rares, 1 in 10 packs. And then the special illustration rares and the hyper rares, we've pulled 2 of each. And again, that works out the math works out perfectly that 1 in every 72 packs you would expect to pull one of those. And so these are the pull rates that we're getting. And so again, I hope this is helpful as you think about as you're ripping packs. Again, I think out of 36 packs, you would expect between 13 and 16 hits, which works out to, one every like 2 to 3 packs. You're going to pull something, probably every 3 packs, maybe to be a little on the safe side. And then you can look more specifically here at the pull rates that you're most likely, of course, to pull a double rare. Then an ultra rare is next most likely, then an illustration rare. Those are very close. And then the harder cards to pull, an A-spec is about 1 every 30 packs. And then special illustration rares and hyper rares about 1 every 2 booster boxes. So I wanted to return to our Master Set Challenge and talk about where we are after 144 packs with Twilight Masquerade, and then compare that to where we were in Temporal Forces, keeping in mind that with Temporal Forces, we were opening booster boxes rather than individually sleeved boosters. But you can see, as you'll see here on the screen, it's very, very close as far as pull rates. So after 144 packs of Temporal Forces, again, keeping in mind that was the equivalent of, it was 4 booster boxes is what we had opened. We were 85% complete in the main set. And with Twilight Masquerade, it's actually exactly the same, 85% complete using the individually sleeved booster packs. You can see that if you look at the numbers, we've actually done a little bit better with Twilight Masquerade, just in the sense that it's a little bit larger set. So we've pulled 191 of the 226 cards that we need for a master set. This is not counting reverse hollows. This is just the cards in the main set. So we're 191 of 226 for 85% completion. And Temporal Forces, we had pulled 186 of the 218 cards. So we had pulled a handful fewer cards, but because the set was a little bit smaller, we were still at 85%. So exactly the same as far as the percentage goes. You can see the value of what we had pulled from Temporal Forces was still stronger. And I'd have to go back and look more closely. I mean, probably some of that's a function of with Twilight Masquerade, we just have not pulled any of the super high-end cards. And, the set itself, Twilight Masquerade, is worth more. It's a bigger set and has higher value. So maybe that's just a little bit the luck of the draw. And then the overall numbers there are just adding in the reverse hollow numbers. And so that's where we're really kind of, in a way, suffering with Twilight Masquerade. For some reason, we're just not pulling. We're pulling a lot of duplicate reverse hollows, and we're much further away from completing our reverse holo set. At this point in Temporal Forces, after 144 packs, if I recall correctly, I think we were 95% of the way there on our reverse holos. And now with Twilight Masquerade, I think we're under 80%. We're like 70 some percent of the way there. So that's where we're really lagging as far as the overall numbers. Hence why with Temporal Forces, at this point, we were 89% complete. And with Twilight Masquerade, we're only 82% complete. So I wanted to show just this comparison over time as you're thinking about what product you might want to open. Again, with Temporal Forces, we were opening booster boxes. And with Twilight Masquerade, we're opening individually sleeved booster packs. And you can see that after 36 packs, we were much further ahead with Temporal Forces. But then after 72 packs, Twilight Masquerade caught up and actually exceeded where we were at Temporal Forces. Then you can see after the third set of 36 packs, Temporal Forces moved ahead slightly. And now you can see after 144 booster packs of each, we're actually dead even at 85% each, which is actually good. I mean, it makes sense, right? In some ways that I don't have the theory that that different products have different pull rates, but maybe you think so. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So anyway, that's where we stand. We're at 85% complete in each. And so the question is where we go from here, right? Because with Temporal Forces, we still had 2 more booster boxes to open since we bought a case of booster boxes. And our calculation with Twilight Masquerade is that we might be better served, opening these 4 booster boxes worth of packs, but then pivoting and using that, the resources in a different direction. And so what I've decided to do, is to purchase a Build and Battle display, which is here. It's a set of 10 Build and Battle kits. Each Build and Battle kit has 4 booster packs in it. And so this is a total of 40 additional booster packs. $144.70 is what we paid for this. Of course, we're paying a little extra because these also have the promo packs inside. That doesn't necessarily contribute to our Master Set Challenge, so it's not the most efficient maybe use of funds as far as the Master Set Challenge goes. But I do collect those, and so I would probably want to open this product anyway, and so we're going to add it in. But the good news is that if you keep in mind with Temporal Forces, we had paid $600 as our initial investment, and with Twilight Masquerade, our initial investment was only $400 because we bought the different product. And so in a sense, we're still about $50 ahead of where we were. Now we have fewer packs to show for it, but we'll open these 40 packs. So keep an eye. The Master Set Monday series for next Monday will be showing the results of opening the 40 packs that we get in the Build and Battle display. And tune in tomorrow for our Teaching Tuesday series. On Tuesday, I do kind of videos to learn about the hobby. And I'm going to do kind of a break of this product. We're going to open this product and do kind of a product review of a Build and Battle display. So for those who have not opened one of these or don't know a lot about the Build and Battle kits, I'll break this product down and we'll talk about it as we open these boxes up on camera. So that's for tomorrow. And then next Monday, we'll talk about what we get in these 40 packs. So thanks for following along on our collection journey. We are on the hunt for a Twilight Masquerade Master Set. I feel like this one's going to be harder than Temporal Forces. It feels like even though we're at 85%, it feels to me like we're a little further away, especially because we haven't pulled any of those super heavy hitters in the set. And those are going to be really expensive to pick up on the secondary market if we have to do that. So fingers crossed that we're going to pull at least one of those top 3 cards, but we will see. And so tune in next week to find out. Thanks for following the channel. Please like and subscribe and add your comments below, and we'll see you tomorrow.